So I just missed half the Leafs game because I watched at the exact same time Edmonton and Seattle. No, Edmonton and Vancouver. I don't Edmonton and San Jose. Edmonton and San Jose. I watched the first period, and then half the second period. I watched the Australian Open first set. Why? Because I was trying to find something to watch, and that's what I found. That's what I found. As I'm scrolling by Sportsnet schedule and TSN schedule, I cannot see into the future. If it is 6:59, I don't know what's playing at 7. I don't know what's on at 7 when it's 6:59. So I gotta log out, look at my phone. When my phone turns to 7, wait another minute because there's a 1 minute delay. Good for betting and live betting, which they advertise like sugar down their mouths. They advertise betting apps. So I gotta wait to 7:01, log back into the app, and then search what's on at 7:01. If something's on at 7:30, I'll never know. I'll never know. It's like that for both Sportsnet and TSN. No schedule. No schedule. What else? Well, the why didn't I see the Leafs? Why didn't I see the Leafs when I was on at 10 p.m.? I was logged on at 10 p.m. But I only saw Edmonton and San Jose. And why is that? Because on the screen there are 5 channels. There's 5 channels. And only the first 3 fit on the screen. Only the first 3 fit on the screen. To get to the other 2 channels, you have to scroll. And the primetime games of the Toronto Raptors, Toronto Maple Leafs, Toronto FC, Toronto Blue Jays, all the Toronto teams are on channels 4 and 5. 4 and 5. So, first of all, I don't get to see the schedule. Second of all, I can only see the first 3, and the games are on 4 and 5 for both of them. And a third issue is now some of the games for the Blue Jays and the Leafs, and eventually the Raptors just join in. Some of the games, a percentage of the games, good portion of the games, are exclusively sold rights to Amazon Prime, to Prime Video. So, if I don't see the game on TSN, I lose hope. Or if I'm on Sportsnet and I don't see the game, I lose hope. Because it is fucking mentally exhausting to check every hour, 7, 7:30, 8, 9, 10. That's when the games start. Every hour to check TSN, scroll to the end. Sportsnet, scroll to the end. Prime Video, scroll fucking around. And to top it off, another bonus is it's slow as fuck. I have a 2014 TV, not a smart TV. So I use Amazon Fire Stick to get streaming on it. And it is slow as fuck. Literally, to open up TSN takes like 90 seconds. Takes 1 to 2 minutes to actually, and then to load the games and start the games, there's another delay as well. So it literally takes 2 minutes to fire up a game. And for me to wait 2 minutes on TSN, look around as I'm pressing the buttons on the remote, it's lagging. That's always great feedback, especially to an engineer and a sports fan. To press the buttons, and a fucking gamer, to press the buttons and get lag and freezing and buffering and then crashing. The app also crashes sometimes. It just fucking crashes. And when you watch the games, it buffers. So, and when it buffers, it doesn't buffer up to date. It buffers back in the past. So there's already a 1 minute delay, and then it will buffer for another 90 seconds to 2 minutes. So you got to watch for 5 minutes until all the buffering happens. And now you're watching it with 3 minute delay. So the conclusion I reached was, and then the cherry on top, another fucking issue, is it is littered, fucking littered with the advertisements. Advertisements on the ice, advertisements on the field, digital advertisements on the boards, commercial break every 2 pennies in the butthole. And now they're starting to randomly pop up advertisements. So goalie makes a save. Before he can play the fucking puck, before they can start a new face-off, quick message from Napa Auto Parts. Quick message from State Farm. Quick message from Harvey's Burger King. And they will just cover the screen with a burger, with a fucking broken vehicle, with a fucking black woman on a telephone, with a fucking Asian kid. And you gotta watch this bullshit maybe a couple of 100 times per game because it pops up randomly throughout the game. So with all these issues, I'm like, why is it slow? Why is it buffering? It's 2026. YouTube doesn't buffer. Video games don't buffer. Twitch doesn't buffer. Live streaming doesn't buffer. Live streaming iShow speed from fucking Ghana doesn't buffer on the Ghana internet. Doesn't fucking buffer. So why is there issues with buffering? Why was the software engineering not designing the user interface so we can see a schedule, so we can fucking see all 5 channels on the homepage and we don't have to scroll? Why is there a fuck ton of advertisements? Why do they sell the rights to Sportsnet and then TSN and then Amazon Prime Video? Why? Is it you gotta rip your balls off to watch the Leafs and the Raptors? Why do you gotta rip our penis off to watch a Toronto sports team? Toronto Blue Jays, Toronto Raptors, Toronto FC, Toronto Leafs. Why do we gotta rip our balls off to watch sports? And the only conclusion I can reach, there is no way they are this incompetent. There is no way that I believe in conspiracy. This is a conspiracy. It's a fucking conspiracy. There's no way all these issues can have been the result of high schoolers being paid peanuts to design all the technology. So there's no way all of this bullshit was designed by high schoolers, and that's why it's incompetent. I don't believe that. I believe there's a conspiracy, and they're doing it on purpose. It's sabotage. It's fucking sabotage. Why? Because they don't want you to watch. They don't want you to watch. So one theory is they want you to go to the game. They want you to buy tickets and go to the game. And another theory is they don't want you sitting in front of the TV. But they're going to sit in front of the TV anyways. They got video games, they got TV shows, they got movies, they got Netflix. So if they don't watch sports, they're going to watch something else. And there's a conspiracy theory basically that says maybe you got to go to the game. Maybe you got to play the sport instead of watching the sport. Or you got to go to the game. But all that's stupid because the only people really tuning in to these apps and keeping up with the schedule are old people, like in their 40s, 50s. I'm in my 30s, so I'm young. But it's definitely people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Those are the people that are fans and are too old to play sports and got a wife, family, kids, and just want to shut the fuck up and watch a sport game. And that's who this conspiracy theory is fucking with. So they are not getting fucking Timmy Turner, who is a 16-year-old or a 13-year-old kid at high school, to turn off the Raptors game and go outside and dunk a fucking basketball. They're not targeting Timmy Turner. They're targeting Joe Black, the 50-year-old truck driver who wants to fucking watch a sports game. Sucks, but they're doing it on purpose. It's a conspiracy theory, and they're doing it on purpose. So, the more you know.